Just a couple more questions, Fernando. I'll leave you alone. Triple G. Everybody has an opinion on him. A lot of people think he hasn't got tested yet. Some people think he's a real deal. From what you can see from a trainer and a fighter, what do you think about Triple G and how good is he?
The thing is, he's real good, but the thing is that he hasn't been tested because there hasn't been nobody that can withstand his power. So it's like when Mike was knocking out everybody. They couldn't stand in front of Mike. So until Buster Douglas, you know what I mean? So it could be it's gonna be a blessing and a curse. Like I tell my son, he hits hard. I go, don't think that you just because you hit hard like your dad that you don't have to be working hard or training and giving your all. These guys are gonna come 100 times more at you because they're gonna say that you're not even good. The only reason that you're known is because of me, because you're my son. But you got to prove that. So you got to make sure you work hard. So he works hard, even though he hits hard. He works hard. So I tell him, you got to be dedicated. Your boxing has to be your first love before anything, before girls, before and all my babies are good-looking kids. You know what I mean? All my babies se parecen a su padre, and I always tell everybody, luego se componen.
And Fernando, one thing Floyd Mayweather said, that he said if him and Triple G were the same size, that he'd beat him. Like, it'd be easy work. He said that there's no special effects. He's straight up and down. Do you feel the same way? Do you agree with that? How would you break that fight down?
I'll tell you right now. If I think Floyd is a masterful boxer. You know what I mean? So I definitely think that he could, not get hit because he's the master at defense, and so it could be that he could beat Triple G if he was big enough to be at his weight. I wouldn't doubt it.
Is he that good, Fernando? Where do you place Floyd, and will he get the credit that he deserves?
Yeah, I think you get the credit when he's already a few years more retired, because people, they just hate on him. So people don't understand, or they don't appreciate boxing, and that's what it is. He's an intelligent, a masterful boxer puncher. People say, "Oh, he runs." He don't run. He boxes, man. He's in the middle of the ring, and when he's boxing, he knocks people out. So what are you talking about that he runs? He's not running. He's throwing punches. So people that don't know nothing about boxing, they tend to be the ones that like to open their mouth a lot and think they know. All these so-called experts that never boxed in a day in their life, they couldn't punch their way out of a wet paper bag with knives, and then they're experts. Well, how many fights do you have as an amateur? How many fights do you have as a pro? And they're an expert. Get out of here, man. I mean, if anybody's an expert, Roy Jones is an expert. If anybody's an expert, Antonio Tarver's an expert. If anybody like that, people that have been champions, people that know what we're talking about. Don't get on if you've never been a champion and then now all of a sudden you're commentating, you're about.